So in this video, I'll be going over exactly what you need to purchase your first home. It will be a high level overview. However, it'll give you a good idea of what you need to do to start. Hey everyone, my name is Esau Vasquez. I'm a licensed mortgage loan officer here in Idaho, and I help people in different states purchase their first, second, even third home. My goal is to help people like you become homeowners. If that means you get the loan through me, that would be a blessing. If you go through someone else, that's fine too. So let's get into it. First things first, what I want you to do is save up some cash. I'll put some minimum down payments on the screen. Now, if you're buying a $400,000 home on an FHA loan, that's going to be $14,000 minimum that you need, because there's also what we call closing costs. Now, I'll go over that in a different video some other time, but at least save up the down payment. Now, I know I'll make it sound easy, like it's easy to save. However, you got to do what you need to do in order to get there. If that means picking up, a second job, maybe working extra hours at your current job, do what you got to do to get there, and that way you get the ball rolling. You can also get your down payment from a gift from family members or from your 401k, and there's even some down payment assistance options. However, I'll cover those in a different video. I would still like you to save some money though. Second thing I need you to do is fix your credit if you need to. Now, for most loans, you only need between a 620 to 640 credit score. However, I would recommend that you get it above a 680 to 700. The higher the better. This will give you the best options to purchase the home with the best interest rate possible. Yes, some loans you can actually go lower on the credit score. However, I'd still recommend you working on it. It's going to get you in a good position. Here's some tips to improve your credit score. First is always make sure you pay your debts on time. So this is car loans, student loans that are now due, or any credit cards. Make sure you pay them on time. Second thing is, this is the quickest way I've seen people increase their credit score, is reducing their credit card balance, specifically their utilization rate. So if you have a credit card that has a limit of $1,000, try to get it below 50% if you can, which means under $500, and then below 30% if you can, which is below $300 on a $1,000 limit. That will help you increase your credit score dramatically in a short amount of time. Preferably, you start paying these off completely before the end of the month and you don't pay any interest on it, and your credit score will thank you later. This is exactly how I got my credit score above a 740. Third thing is get your documents together. Any decent lender is going to ask you for your documents before you get pre-approved on a home. The lender's going to want to see your 2-year work history. So if you work multiple jobs, they'll want to know the history of each job, or if you switched around, they'll want to see that as well. So get these documents together. First is going to be your last 2 years W-2s. So a W-2 from the last 2 years for each job that you worked. Then 1 month of pay stubs. So if you get paid weekly, they'll want to see 4 pay stubs. If you get paid bi-weekly or semi-monthly, they'll want to see 2 pay stubs. If you only get paid once a month, then 1 is fine. Then they'll want to see your 2 months bank statements. And these bank statements will be where your down payment and closing cost money is coming from. If you have multiple places where you have your money for your down payment, they'll want to see the 2-month history of each bank that you have that money in. The only exception for this 2-year work history is if you were previously at a trade school or college and are now working in a position that you studied for. For example, if you were in nursing school and now you work as a nurse, or you were in a trade school as an electrician and now you're working in that job, you don't need a 2 full year history of working that position. And one thing to clarify is you don't have to be in the same job for 2 years. They just want to see that you're employed for the last 2 years. So at this point, you've saved up some cash, you've worked on your credit, and you have all your documents together. The next thing is to get pre-approved with a trusted lender. I would really try to avoid the big banks, just because they typically are known to have the worst rates and worse turnaround times, communication, stuff like that. There's no need to overcomplicate it. Let your loan officer work out the minor details and pick someone that's going to work with you and that's going to communicate with you along the way. I hope this helps, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. I'd be happy to answer them. See you guys next time.